Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and this is our second week at Beltade's Building Specialist here in Andover, where their mission is to be a premier building materials company offering quality products at a fair price while providing excellent customer service and enriching the lives of their employees. Today we're back here with Matt Conrad, the paint manager, to hear about their patient help in providing you the right products for your project, big or small. Brittany Sue Hines, Education Associate for the new London Barn Playhouse, and Andrew Miller, Masterclass Teacher, will join me to tell about their upcoming April Masterclass. Ashley Rowley, Executive Director of the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce, will give us an update on happenings around our area. And we'll close with a visit to the new Warner Public Market to hear about food and art in the village. But first, a few words from other good businesses that make your Yankee Chronicle possible. Please stay with us.
There's a big difference between a big box store and a La Valley Middleton building supply.
When you're a local store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of.
And the possibilities are endless.
If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. With more frequent major weather events, don't say again, I should have installed a generator. H.R. Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel, your host this week, coming to you from Beltade's here in Andover. And I'm now joined by Matt Conrad, who's the paint manager here at Beltade's. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Abby.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming in.
So I always think this is a very fascinating department because there are just so many colors, and you think you know the colors of the rainbow, and then you come here and you're like, oh, there's a lot to choose from.
There are a lot of colors, yes.
Tell us a little bit about the paint department here at Beltade's.
We carry a lot of different products. We have Benjamin Moore as our main paint line. We have Ready Seal, which is a stain, exterior stain. And we also have interior products, Old Masters, Minwax, primers, everything you really need to complete your projects.
That's amazing. And so people can come here, and I'm sure you can help with colors or maybe matching of products, but I'm sure there's a lot of other different aspects of the paint department that go into it. I know there's always the one that gets me caught up is semi-gloss versus matte or something like that. So people really must rely on your knowledge to help them.
They do,
Yeah.
They do. A lot of times people come in with a project, they just don't really have an idea what they're looking for. And we help them choose what sheens they need, not really the colors. We do a little bit with the colors. We have a very good color matching system.
Good.
And it's very accurate with colors. So it's not difficult for us to help people steer in the right direction.
That's always important because I just renovated a house and our front door was a particular green that we were warned was years old, and we were able to come in and be able to say this is the exact paint color that you need, which I think was a nice relief for us, but also super important for you as a service.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one of the Benjamin Moore line that we carry, their Gen X colorant system is designed for color retention. Kind of a leader in the industry in that.
Sure.
So it's really a benefit for people that paint like an exterior color,
Yep.
dark colors, that it will hold that color.
Important to know.
Yep.
We're coming up on 1 year since this pandemic has started. How have you been holding up during this COVID-19 pandemic?
Pretty well. We've been here right through it all. We have had some issues with our stock issues, stock quantities, but we've weathered that very well.
Good.
We've actually got back into stock on a lot of stuff. A lot of the paintbrushes was a big issue
Oh,
for a very long time.
Really?
And, yeah, and the companies that we deal with have done a great job
Good.
and brought our inventory levels back up.
Well, and I think this was a time that we all found ourselves at home, and we're like, okay, we'll tackle that house project. So it's good to know that you were here and ready to help during all those different projects. Moving into our next season, we're excited to welcome spring. What are you seeing for people interested in spring projects and paint?
Well, everybody loves getting outdoors and getting, into the spring attitude and atmosphere. And the biggest thing is going to be decks, I'm sure. At the end of the year, a lot of people are building decks.
Sure.
Getting outside, with their families.
Right.
So a lot of those are going to need restoration, or they're going to need some color.
Yep.
We have several products. The Ready Seal is one. They call it a goof-proof kind of a product.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And then the Arbor Coat from Benjamin Moore comes in a very wide variety of colors, and either semi-solid, solid, semi-transparent. So you should be able to get any color you're looking for.
Well, that's important. And especially as we get into these warmer times, but still need to remain outside and 6 feet apart, people will want to make sure their outdoor entertainment spaces are top notch.
Absolutely.
Right.
They'll start having friends over, people over, so it's really a benefit to get everything spruced up and looking good.
Well, Matt, I appreciate you having us and giving us your wealth of knowledge in just a few short minutes about the paint department here at Bell Tate's. Thanks for having us.
Well, thank you for coming.
At Bell Tate's, what matters most is having the right products at the right prices and the most highly trained people to provide the services and make you a satisfied customer. Check out their website to learn more. When we return, Brittany Sue Hines and Andrew Miller from the new London Barn Playhouse join me to tell us about their April Masterclass. But first, these words from the good folks that make our communities the great places they are, the businesses that support us, and the organizations you know and love.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. Now's the time to have a highly trained H.R. Clough technician perform an annual maintenance and inspection of your gas or oil system to help you avoid a failure in the dead of winter. Call now to set up an appointment. Call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and we're talking about a really exciting upcoming event virtually, the Masterclass happening at the Barn Playhouse in April. And I'm now joined by Brittany Sue Hines and Andrew Miller to talk about this very fun event. Hi, guys.
Hi, good evening.
You're coming to me from Manhattan and Chicago, so this is kind of fun to be kind of across the country here.
Absolutely.
So this is great. So Brittany, just to start, obviously there's had to have been a bunch of changes that have happened due to COVID. Can you just talk about broadly what the education department has had to do due to the pandemic?
For sure. Obviously, we've been in this for a whole year now. So last year, right around this exact same time, we needed to make a big switch for our summer season, as you know, as we all know. And we decided to go virtual, which is something that we've done with both our junior intern company, our camps, and now going into our school year programs. And as we're going to talk about, we have started to introduce adult learning as well that we are proud and excited to offer virtually.
It's really exciting. So Andrew, you are the director and the instructor for this upcoming Shakespeare Masterclass, which is really cool. And you are not a stranger to Shakespeare. You actually directed Midsummer's Night Dream for the Barn in 2019. That feels so long ago. But you definitely know Shakespeare. So tell us about this Masterclass. What can people expect?
I think it'll be a really unique opportunity because we're going to look at what happens before a director even gets into the rehearsal room with a cast of actors. And for folks who see Shakespeare as an audience member, I think it's really exciting to know that information, to know the kind of work that goes into preparing a Shakespeare production. It'll make you a more knowledgeable audience member. It'll increase your appreciation for Shakespeare because there are unique things that a director has to pay attention to when they prepare for a Shakespeare production. And as we sort of talk and dig into that, I think that folks are going to learn a lot of things about Shakespeare that they might not have known before, and some real factors that go into a dramatic production of Shakespeare that they might not have known before. And I think that they'll appreciate knowing that.
And so this is virtual. I think we have made that very clear. But what can people expect when they're sitting there taking the master class? Because this might be intimidating to some people that they haven't taken a class via Zoom. So what can be expected?
Well, the good news is I'm not going to be putting anyone on the spot to do a dramatic monologue. That's the good news. No one's going to have to do any iambic pentameter. No one's going to have to do a speech from Hamlet. It's really for us to take an opportunity to just learn a couple of interesting and unique facts about Shakespeare, looking at dramatic context for his work, looking at historical context for some of his plays. It's really an opportunity to learn and to listen and to ask some questions. It's going to be sort of like a roundtable type discussion. So no one's going to be put on the spot. No one's going to have to fiddle with any technology or like screen share or do anything crazy like that. It's going to be as if we were all sort of around a table, just having a chat, learning a bit more, discussing some of these plays.
Really
so I think that'll lend itself really well to this format.
Definitely. And Brittany, before we leave today, really exciting news. You've announced a summer season at the barn. This is so exciting and something that this area really needs. What can people expect for the education and camps at the Barn Playhouse?
Oh, just so much joy, to put it quite simply. Yes, our Children's Theater series, which, as most people know, is performed by our junior intern company. It is for youth, by youth. Lots of fun and exciting titles for the summer, lots of comedy, lots of uplifting sort of show and theatrical experiences. And then our summer camps, you can see online at nlbarn.org, all of our different titles, dates, the little blurbs about them. It's bound to get everybody super excited to be back together in a safe way and engage in some wonderful theatrical activities.
Really exciting. For people that want more information, they can go to nlbarn.org, or you guys are very active on social media. They could check out some posts there and get all the information, not only about the summer, but this awesome Shakespeare masterclass by Andrew Miller. I appreciate both of you joining me virtually. This was really fun, and hopefully we can see each other this summer at a safe distance.
Yes, agreed.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Brittany and Andrew. Wow, so much going on at the barn this year as we emerge from this COVID-19 pandemic. When we return, Ashley Rowley from the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce will highlight some good things happening as spring emerges in the area. Stay with us. Thanks, Brittany and Andrew. Wow, so much going on this year at the Barn Playhouse as we emerge from the COVID-19 pandemic. When we return, Ashley Rowley from the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce will highlight more good things happening as spring comes upon us. Stay with us.
Warner's Main Street Bookends has been your community bookstore since 1998 and voted Yankee Magazine's Editor's Pick Must-See Bookstore. Bookends is a full-service store offering a huge selection of current fiction and nonfiction with children's book selection, toys, and games. Bookends has a huge card selection for all occasions, along with Main Street Marketplace and Gallery in the attached barn. 100% solar, Main Street Bookends of Warner is building your community one book at a time.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. Now is the time to protect yourself from the potential rising costs of fuel. The H.R. Clough Smart Pay Plan offers you the very best price. Call and talk to one of the expert staff about the right plan for you and your home. Call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel. Here are some ideas from our Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce to get us moving towards a more normal time. Hi, Ashley.
Hello from the informational booth right here on Main Street. It's Ashley at the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber. It is spring. Well, hopefully. It's coming very quickly. The warmer temperatures are getting everyone very excited. We're looking forward to the calendar of events that it's really taking shape for the summer season. Here at the information booth, we're starting to restock all of our shelves and make sure we have all of the up-to-date content for all of our travelers and guests that will be coming through over the next few months. We have all of our information throughout the course of the office here, from the Sunapee Information Guide, from our Regional Information Guide. This is our current one, and we're coming out with our newest one at the beginning of May. So if you're interested to pick up your new Lake Sunapee Region Information Guide, the new one will be here at the office at the beginning of May, which really kicks off for us the summer season. So it is Maple Month, and we do want to make sure everyone's taking the time. I think there's about 1 week left to maple season. So if you have not yet visited a local sugar house, we encourage you to visit one of our newest members, Harding Hill Farm in Sunapee. So Tyler Webb and his family are doing a fantastic job. Their sugar house is gorgeous. Take some time, look at their website, and see if you can head over there for a quick tour. A lot of other things taking place right now. We encourage everyone to listen to our local radio program, Day Trip Destinations, which happens on our local radio station, WNTK FM 99.7. It happens every Friday morning at 9 a.m. You get to hear yours truly with Matt Cross, the general manager, talk about things that are going on locally and places you can spend your money. So our biggest and most important piece here at the Chamber is supporting all things local. So to be able to talk about 3 featured places on that radio program, which kicks off the weekend for everyone, is very exciting. Head to WNTK.com to listen to the latest podcast and to see all of the wonderful sponsors who have helped make the program last. And we're hoping it continues through the course of the year. Some other pieces and parts as we move forward. The chamber members here at the office are connected to all sorts of resources, not only local ones, state ones, and federal ones, but really member to member. Connections are important in every business that you have. So to be able to use your chamber in that regard is really a great member benefit. Right now we're working with the Small Business Development Center, the SBDC of New Hampshire, to work on resiliency. So that is a topic and a word I think a lot of people have not spent a lot of time using up until this past year. So our Resiliency Academy is kicking off in the beginning of April. So if you're a chamber member and you want to take advantage of that opportunity, it is a free resource. So you'll be able to take a series of workshops, really making sure that your business has all of the needed foundations, if you will, of resiliency moving forward. So in case we come to a situation where we've experienced this past year, maybe we'll experience it again, no one knows, but we'll be prepared and we'll be ready for should something happen like this again in the future. We're working right now with a few tri-chamber opportunities. So our neighboring chambers are all working together. Again, all of our initiatives and all of our projects are all focused on staying local. So before the summer kicks off, we're gonna have a launch of an app for your phone. We're trying to meet members where we can get them, and everyone who's coming to the area, we are all on our phones, probably a lot more than we should. So to be able to use that medium to reach customers and travelers that are coming to the Lake Sunapee region, we're very excited to see that happen. And it'll essentially be a directory guide where you'll be able to geographically pinpoint what's in your area, and you'll be able to say, all right, I'm looking for some place to eat. So here's some suggestions from the app. I'm looking for a local hike. Here are some suggestions from the app. So we're working with a couple of our neighboring chambers on that project, and we're hoping to have that ready to rock and roll before the summer really kicks off. Another program we're working on is the Sunapee Region Arts Atlas. Through the Center for the Arts and through the Library Arts Center, we are collaborating with them to create a printed map which will have artistic and cultural destinations that people can come up here to visit. And then that will have a corresponding website where people can then see all of the content, the social media handles, all of the website content, the emails, the phones, the contacts, all of those things for those places. And that website will live in perpetuity with that printed map. So we're very excited about that project coming to fruition, hopefully by the start of the summer season again. So this summer in reality is going to be a very busy one. I think a lot of people are ready to get out. They're ready to see things, even if it isn't necessarily at a large event, but it's just maybe taking a day trip or a road trip up to our region. So the Chamber is ready, and we're excited to be able to work with our members and get the word out about what they're doing and what they're offering to every traveler and resident and anyone coming to our neck of the woods. We love our visitors, and we want to make sure that this summer is one of the best that we've ever had.
Thank you, Ashley. And do check out the new weekly show on WNTK at 9 a.m. every Friday, highlighting potential weekend adventures and more. When your Yankee Chronicle returns, we'll hear about the new Warner Public Market, highlighting a place that is multifaceted marketplace, part retail and part education, intended to benefit producers, consumers, and employees with an emphasis on sustainability and the triple bottom line philosophy, which favors people, the planet, and profit equality. But first, let's highlight a few of the other community-minded businesses that support your Yankee Chronicle.
There's a big difference between a big box store and a La Valley Middleton building supply.
When you're a local store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of.
And the possibilities are endless.
If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. H.R. Clough installs water conditioning systems to purify your water and add life to your hot water heating system. Now is the perfect time for one of our expert staff to evaluate your needs. For a free estimate, call H.R. Clough today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
I'm Abby Peel, the host of Yankee Chronicle. Let's now visit the new storefront on Main Street in Warner. More than a retail outlet, though.
Warner Public Market is a local food and arts market on Main Street in Warner, New Hampshire.
We have kind of 3 departments. We've got food and grocery, focusing especially on local goods. Then a art and craft section, and an apothecary, herbal apothecary as well.
So it was kind of an idea. We had seen this building that had been an art store in a former life. It had been empty for a number of years. We kind of came together and formulated this idea over a number of dinners together. So there's 6 worker owners that work together. So we did it as a collaborative. So we developed the idea of some food, some art, bringing it all together in this empty building on Main Street, and we got a lot of support from the other businesses on Main Street as well. So the space we're in is our mini market. This has been open since December. This was actually the exact same space that we opened in 3 years ago before we did the renovations on the rest of the building, so old customers might remember this space, but it's a chock-a-block full of more new, exciting products. We've got fans and vents and trying to make a safe shopping space. The rest of the store is closed, but we do online ordering, and so we do in person. So
yeah, another kind of neat story about the space. This is a 1800s old building. It's gone through a lot of transformations. We discovered after we had kind of signed the contracts to take the building over that this was actually the original general store in town back in the 1800s and into 1900s. Yeah. But it's nice to think that, we're trying to kind of provide a similar shopping experience of that personal connection, that local product that maybe our grandparents enjoyed in the same space that maybe they were shopping in. Well, we're in year 3 now.
Yeah.
Yep. And we've kind of taken a slow approach, not taking on a lot of debt, but kind of building sustainably and slowly. And with a real triple bottom line kind of approach, which is, a fancy way of saying that we kind of balance our environmental effect, our community and social effect with our, bottom line, which of course a business needs to consider. We do source some stuff regionally because it's not available from New Hampshire, but hopefully, through having more stores like this in New Hampshire will allow for more farms and makers and producers to start up.
And I think for me as a farmer, having a brick and mortar store where somebody else can take some of that work so I can be farming is really a benefit. And I think that's where, where brick and mortar stores, we're not shopping online, we're coming to shop in person, and having a knowledgeable employee behind the counter who can answer your questions is like the best thing that you can support in your town.
There was an interesting study came out by the Extension Service that participation or market share of farmers markets and CSAs had kind of plateaued for a bunch of years. So the question is, like, how can we get more people kind of participating in the local food economy? So part of the, because also the CSA and the farmers market model and that direct to market model, which is fantastic, and our farms depend on that, and we encourage people to go direct to the farms as well. But that puts all that responsibility on the farmers.
And the same would be true for artists too. Artists and farmers function a lot in the same way, especially in this state. Going to craft fairs is the same as going to a farmer's market. And if you can get your product in front of more people in more ways, then benefits on everybody. So one of the things that we think is really cool about our store is our scale. We're small. We can take, just a couple things from one artist who's just starting out. We can have a conversation with somebody about price point. We can have somebody come and teach what they're doing in their own studio. They, printmakers, dyeing, batiking, basket making, all sorts of things. So not only can somebody see the final product and buy it for themselves, but they can come and engage in the process, which is a really cool continuation of that experience. It's not just retail, it's learning skills for yourself.
We're always looking for more New Hampshire makers and producers and growers. We kind of see ourselves as more than just a store. Like our community engagement, with that triple bottom line approach, we and our members and our customers, have been able to provide over $13,000 to the local food pantry this year. On the 26th, we're participating in the Waypoint Sleep Out event. So we're asking for people to sponsor us and donate to that. So this kind of idea that business, Main Street local business, is really invested in the community, and is that when people spend their money at local businesses, not just ours, but any local business, a lot of that kind of stays in the community. And it benefits local workers, benefits other businesses, allows us to support the food pantry, the Waypoint, homeless shelters, these sorts of kind of cascading effects.
We do a lot of work with our friends over in Bradford at the Kearsarge Food Hub. We work with Main Street Bookends here in Warner. We are working with the Warner Connects here, the food pantry, the local. We're just trying to reach out and build this kind of community network and strengthen these community ties so that we can actually, our town, and can be part of a web of resiliency with the surrounding towns. So that's one of the larger goals that we're working to be a part of.
Feel free to visit our website and shop WPM. You can see all our products and also send us an email from there, reach out. Yep. We love to have people be part of this by becoming members or just becoming customers or even just stopping by and say hello. So we're here open Tuesdays through Sundays. And we hope to see more folks come through on their way past Warner.
Thanks, guys, and good luck in the noble endeavor. I'd like to thank the good folks here at Bell-Tate's Building Specialists in Andover for hosting us these last 2 weeks. And don't forget, they have one of their 9 locations in Sunapee also. Join us again next week at this same time for another edition of your Who, What, Where, and When show of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region. Don't miss our Game of the Week, Great Saves from the Past, as we head into the beauty of spring and summer. Check out our YCN News Facebook page for the most up-to-date schedules. All our games replay at 12 noon and 5 p.m. on Sunday and Mondays on WYCX or on demand anytime at ycnnow.com. Check out other outside television programs of original shows featuring the most exciting extreme sports, from rock climbing, biking, water sports, and of course skiing. I'm Abby Peel. Join us next week at this same time for another edition of your Yankee Chronicle. Stay safe, everyone.